Okay, I've got some stories tonight. Does that work for you guys? So 3 or 4 years ago, I traveled to Asia. And at that time, Unamate had just been launched. And I remember as I traveled through the 12 countries that comprised our market in Southeast Asia, I noticed there was a little bit of skepticism about Unamate. And it didn't bother me. I'd been using the product for 3 years and it had changed my life. And in fact, if I don't take this in the morning, my wife notices the difference. Bam, she brings it to me, says, take it before we speak again. Well, I continued to work there for a couple of years. And before I left, I went to each of those countries and we had a presidential meeting. And I asked them this question: if you could choose only 3 products, if you were limited to 3 Unicity products, and they all interrupted me, no, we need 5, we need 10. I said, for the purpose of this exercise, if you could only consume 3 Unicity products, no more were available, what would those 3 products be? I said, take a moment, give it some thought. In each country, over 90% included Unamate in that top 3. Now, why was that? Well, I can give you 4 or 5 reasons right now. Number 1, mental clarity. Not a little bit more clear, much more mental clarity. Number 2, appetite suppressant, that beast in the corner that interrupts so many of our goals, appetite for the food that's out there. No, it just tames that beast called hunger and pushes it to the corner. Increased physical strength. If you're a runner, you'll run further or faster. If you're a swimmer, you can swim further or faster, or you don't even need to breathe underwater. Well, maybe that's not so. But increased strength if you're working out. It's a powerful mood enhancer. I told you that already. My wife will admonish me if I don't take it. It'll work for you. The other reason why they chose it is because when they share it with people in the field, their prospects, their potential business partners or customers, members, they felt the same thing. It's one of those products that we call a build fast product. Because unlike some of our products that are equally effective, but it takes a little bit of time before we see the test results and say, wow, Unicity is the real deal. With some of our products, you tell immediately. You feel it immediately. And Unamate is one of those. Unamate Fuel is one of those. Now, I would go to reward trips with these groups of leaders and distributors. And many times I'd see them on the beach, near the pool, walking around through the sand, drinking Unamate. And I always knew it was Unamate because it has more foam on the top, and I'm a little bit colorblind, so some of the colors escape me, but I could always recognize that foam. This is Unamate, and I am not hungry. And I'm thinking clearly. Hopefully I'm speaking clearly. I can't hear your responses, so if I'm not and you're arguing, well, I need more Unamate, and I'm going to have more. All right, I'm going to share another story. I was in Thailand, and I was in a big conference room, big table, and around this table were the diamonds from Southeast Asia. Probably 30 or 40 very, very successful people. I mean, they were well dressed, they were well trimmed, buttoned up, proud to be there, not arrogant, just successful, good people. So I asked them this question. I said, what is it that made it possible for you to be at this table? And there were several answers. There were quite a few answers, but 3 or 4 of them were very much common among them. First of all, they said this: we opened our mouth, that tool that God gave us to communicate with. We opened our mouth. At first, we had to dare to share. At first, it was not easy. We had to dare to share, but we had the vision, we had the dream, we wanted to build a business, so we dared to share. After we dared to share for a while, it became kind of fun. Even the no's were no big deal. You just say next and on you go. There's 7+ billion people in the world. Don't worry about no. So number one, they dared to share. Number two, they said the reason we sit at this table is we were consistent. We did this business every day. We did this in the evening. We had a schedule. We kept to that schedule. Discipline, consistency. If you don't want to do it anyway. If you're not feeling well, do it anyway. If you've got a migraine headache, take some aspirin. Feel tired? Take some matcha, take some unamate. If you break your leg, go to the doctor. Once the cast is on and you have the crutches, go back to work. Consistency, as you will learn from Stuart Hughes, or you've probably heard it already, consistency beats intensity, because your intensity after a while will flag. But if you're consistent, you work right through that. Third thing I'll mention is they said, we used this principle that Stuart taught us called 3-3-3. 3 contacts every day, consistently, with discipline. 3 meetings every week to explain the program in depth. 3 every week, consistency, discipline. And 3 new members into the Unicity family, whether they're distributors, whether they're people who just want to use these products, 3 a week. But they said, we didn't really do that. No, it wasn't 3-3-3. It was 30-30-30 or 40-40-40. Now, one thing I want to share with you is that there are people in our company right now, some of them online right now. I saw your names when you came onto the computer, who are not doing 30-30-30. You're doing 300, 1,000 every day. How? With our keyboards. Now we've been supplying some tools. Not that you need us to supply your tools, but you are already aware of these excite and invite tools. Okay. Someone just scans that card, bam, they're at the shopping cart as your downline that fast. Same thing with matcha, boom, and we're developing these for other products. But we've also got 4 more tools we want to share with you tonight. So I've got Matt working with me. Matt, why don't you pull that screen up and let's talk about the first one. Well, this is the reward trip. You're going to have details about this next week. This is an elite reward trip. So if you like sand, be elite. If you like palm trees, be elite. If you like ocean breezes, be elite. If you like wearing sandals, build your business. Now, if you don't like the ocean, don't like the sand, don't like the nice sea breezes, don't like a beautiful hotel, don't worry about it. The rest of you, get ready for Elite Reward Trip. We are going to plan this for late March, April 2021. Conditions permitting. That's our date, but everybody knows what's going on in the world. But that's the date we planned. Now, Matt, let's go on to these 4 new tools that will help get you to this reward trip. First one is for matcha. Very simple. Lack of energy? Not me. Boom, shopunicity.com. That link that you see there, that link can be for anything you want. That can take them to the same destination as this QR code, to the shopping cart under your name as your downline. If you want them just to reply to your email or your text, that can be the link. we can help you customize that, teach you how to customize it so you can teach your downline, your Unicity family, how to do the same thing. So the next one here we're looking at is, let's go, okay, so this is matcha. This is for activate. In other words, are you tired of failing diets? Remember, diet is just like poking yourself in the eye. Dieting failures, not me. Click. And then you've already given them the downline. So by the time they see this, you're ready to go. Let's go to the next one, Matt. So liquid discipline. We just talked about Unimate. Liquid discipline is just one aspect of that. Unimate is a multi-beneficial product. But this is a good thing if you want to take those people who are working out, running, playing tennis, running down the beach at reward trips, whatever it is, this is a tool that can help you help them. And the final one, I like this one the best. The most dangerous activity on earth is not rock climbing, it's not skydiving, it's eating. Ask me why. Bam. They text you back, they hit your link, whatever it is. It's a curiosity exciter. So these are just 4 more we're going to be creating for you. These are tools. You can use them as you want. It's your business. But I will pledge to you right now, you are going to see a river of new tools. Why? Because like they told me in Bangkok at that diamond meeting, yes, 3, 3, 3, yes, 30, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40. What about 300, 3,000? There are 7+ billion people in the world, and we need to grab them. All right, no more stories. Our host tonight is a beautiful person, Dr. Therese Bonamy, married, lives in Bahamas. And by the way, to live in the Bahamas is not easy these days. Every weekend they have another hurricane, but they survive and they thrive, they prosper, they're tough people, they're smart people. Dr. Bonamy has been with us for going on 7 years now. She did her undergraduate work at Texas A&M, and she did her graduate dental school work at University of Texas, which is a tough school, by the way. My wife is a Texan, I understand that. She's an amazing person with a lot of enthusiasm. If you make a commitment to Dr. Bonamy, you better keep it. I know that's why her team is growing, so let's give a big welcome and thank you, Dr. Bonamy.
Hi, good evening. Good evening. I am so excited to be here tonight. Thank you, first of all, Unicity International, and I'd like to give a shout out to my direct upline, Nora Davis, Presidential Director, and to Myrtle Monroe, who is our Presidential Diamond. And also, I'd like to say thank you tonight for everybody tuning in. In the Bahamas, we have the sun, sand, and sea. So maybe y'all be coming back here. Also, we're talking about relationships. One thing I want to say is, to reiterate, this here is something really, really awesome. I think whenever you're gonna build a relationship, it must be one based on trust. It should be one based on integrity, and you should be confident about the product that you're talking about. In 2014, I did the transformation. I lost over 30 pounds. I think to build a team also, they need to see that you are also a product of the product. When I meet with persons, these here are my go-to products. I use these every day. I love, love, love Unimate. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think these are amazing products. They are scientifically based. And because I'm knowledgeable with the products, persons trust me. Sorry, I'm a dentist, so that came out. Also, with my team, what we have developed is something called Open Mic Monday to help develop even more relationships. And what Open Mic Monday does, that it allows us to get to know each other, and it's probably something that you can incorporate also with your team. I also think that a relationship is one based on integrity. If you say you're going to do something, you should do something. You should do it. Be a person of your word. Also, I think that using the products, persons are gonna ask you, what are you doing? And you should know something about the product. I also build team relationships by exercising with my team. If they say they're going out at 5:30 in the morning, I'm gonna get up to do it, so I can also be a person that would also be along, work along with my team. If we're gonna meet, I wanna be there to meet with my team. I think also if someone calls me and say, Dr. Bonamy, can you talk to so-and-so? I am available to talk to that person. So I think also as I travel the world with Unicity, I see the Unicity as a family, and I regard you all so dear to my heart. I also regard my team here in the Bahamas as my family. So every morning we wake up and it's good morning Unicity family. And I am so appreciative to be a part of this team, to be a part of Unicity. My logo is Unicity or nothing. And so I want to introduce to you all 3 of my teammates that are doing phenomenally well. Sharon Green, she's gonna tell you about her testimony, and she's gonna tell you about her relationships with her team members. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bonamy. It has been, I would say, 13 months that I have actually joined the Unicity family, and I decided to actually speak on the Get Fit 21. As a teacher, one of the things that happens is every birthdays, if your students bring something special they want to share, students always want to share. And I actually saw myself approaching 190 pounds. And as a teacher, you don't say no to your students. And the first thing, thanks to Dr. Bonamy, encouraged me. I got into the Get Fit 21. And like Dr. Bonamy said, it is a family. It starts off as friendship. Friendship develops into a family relationship where we want everyone to succeed. So everyone's little accomplishments become everyone's joy. And I found that with the Get Fit 21. Now for me, the matcha, when I first got into it, I call the matcha my lifeline. And I actually learned about matcha the hard way. I took it not knowing how potent, reliable this little package is. I had some a little late in the evening, and I actually found myself cleaning my house at 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course, it was a big joke. It was funny to everyone, including myself. And so when I share with my team members, when they talk about how much they love this matcha, my reply to them is, please don't take it late in the evening or you will not sleep. I am truly enjoying being a part of the Unicity family. I still have a lot to learn, but with being a team here in the Bahamas, it's not very difficult. We can reach out to so many of our members just for assistance, for guidance, for encouragement. And I just want to say, for anyone who is looking for a family to become a part of and for wanting to be encouraged, now more than ever, what we're going through, this is the time. And we would welcome anyone who is interested. So I want to say thank you once again, Dr. Bonamy. It's certainly a pleasure being a part of your team, and look forward to the Bahamas team doing great things. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we will hear from Olive Patton.
Hi, good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Bonamy and the entire Unicity team. I'm so excited to be here and to just share with you quite briefly. I used to be a pharmaceutical sales rep, so me joining Unicity was a big move for me. And because I come from companies who believe they have the answers to all of your health challenges. But I found out there was no one wonder drug. And at the time when I was selling a lot of the products, I didn't need them. But now that I'm much mature, not older, I'm much more mature, I have a need for the products and I understand the science behind the products. Three quick things for me with Unicity, why I love the company, why I love the products is one, they're plant-based. Okay, so it's all natural, they're plant-based and amazing health. My two go-to products are Unimate Fuel and also my Matcha Focus. Matcha Focus, amazing, has helped my son to be more focused in school and to stay focused. The other thing that is so vitally important about the products is, guess what? They work, they work, they work, they work. But here's a catch. There is a catch to them working. You gotta take them. And you gotta take them consistently. So my message is very simple, straight to the point. Yes, I can get into the pharmacokinetics and what makes it work and which organ it works on, but I can tell you up front, if you take the products, you'll be able to see for yourself, Unicity does work. Give us a month and you'll tell us how it works for you. Listen, your team is vitally important. We have people, we share birthdays, we share, hey, I finally made it to 12,000 steps. I'm so ultimately excited. And I got people who are in the background cheering for me. So your team is based on people who are gonna cheer for you, who are gonna be there for you. Again, Unicity, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, don't leave home without them.
Absolutely. Good evening. Now we'll hear from Shanicia Swan.
Hello, good night, Unicity. Dr. Bonamy, it's such a pleasure being here. And I must say that I am the baby to this team. Just 2.5 months using Unicity product. And I was introduced actually to Unicity from a doctor that I visit because I developed blood pressure. I gained weight in the first set of lockdowns we had with the COVID, and I mean, my health was out of whack. So I connected with a medical doctor, and the first thing she put me on was the Unicity cleanse, and that was amazing. 1 month in, I had a tremendous response. Already losing a lot of weight, tons of weight. Then I met Dr. Bonamy because I needed more products. And that sparked my interest in Unicity. And I'll tell you, the first thing I told Dr. Bonamy when she wanted to add me to our WhatsApp chat in the Bahamas we have with all of my Bahamian Unicity participants, I cannot sell anything, so I just want to use the product. 1 month in using the products, I'm on my way into work, and one of my coworkers stopped me and she's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I told her that I'm using Unicity. I gave her my favorite product, which is the matcha, because when I take that thing in the morning, the first week I was bouncing off the walls to work. And before that point, I had no energy, low energy. So I gave her a matcha. And the next day, she was like, "I need these." So that was one person I signed up right away. And then on and on using the product in these 2.5 months, people are asking, "What are you doing?" So like Doc has taught us to become a product of the product, I didn't have to go around and say, "You want to buy this? You want to buy that?" Me becoming a product of the product, I now have a lot of people. Even today, I have 4 persons that just ask me, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Because they're seeing that I'm losing weight, I have more energy, I'm around the office and I'm just bouncing off the walls, chirpy and very, very alert. So this is my favorite. And I've been on this for 2 weeks now. My favorite. I absolutely love Unicity.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Sharon Green, Olive Patton, and Shanicia Swan. It's been amazing. All I can say is remember that leaders build leaders. You must be an example. You must be a product of the product, and to make sure follow up, and also have any of Unicity products on hand, any of them, Always have them in your purse, in your car, in your wallet, anywhere in your back pocket to be able to sample somebody. As you can tell, I am ready. So without further ado, we want to thank everybody that came on the call tonight. We want to remind y'all that the next More Than Ever is going to be September 3rd, now more than ever. Also on September 10th, we're going to have the next North American Now More Than Ever meeting. And guess what? The promo continues. For the rest of August, we're going to have free enrollment. So now y'all can also continue to build your teams, be a product of the product, follow up, send out your WhatsApp messages, your status, because you know everybody uses some type of social media. So I thank you all again. Now more than ever, we have to be healthier than when we once thought we could have been a year ago, but this is the time because our immune system, our families and our friends depend on us to be healthy. Thank you again, Unicity. Thank you, my global family here and also abroad and here in the Bahamas. Thank you again for having us. Good night, everybody.
We're gonna keep it going strong.